call Carolan from the Unite Union.
I want to say three things. First, I want to stand here with my Muslim brothers and sisters as an Irish man who was born a Catholic. I want to tell you this war has nothing to do with religion. There's nothing to do with Muslims and Jews. That's what they said about us when they occupied us for 800 years, when they treated us to an apartheid state, when they shot people dead on Bloody Sunday in Derry, like they shot people dead in Jamaliah yesterday, who are marching from the West Bank to Jerusalem. This has nothing to do with religion. This has everything to do with empire. And just as they oppressed us, just as they oppressed Irish people and used religion as a way to divide us, just as they oppressed people in South Africa and used race as a way to divide us, so they're trying to tell a lie. They're trying to tell a lie. And I accuse the media who are here today. I accuse all the New Zealand media today. Give them a massive down. Because they're beat up, led by whale oil, and repeated by Paul Henry and Mike Hoskins and all the rest of the right-wing scum in this country, was that we were anti-Semitic. Linda, where are you? Where's our good friend Linda? There she is. Linda's a Jew for peace. Give her a cheer. There are many people here from the trade union movement. When the Jewish graves were desecrated in K Road last year, we were the first to defend the Jewish community here against racism and fascism. Give them a cheer. And there are many good Jewish people who are part of this movement for peace. Anybody heard of Noam Chomsky? Howard Zinn? He's dead now, but he was part of this movement. Anthony Lowenstein? Max Blumenthal? The list goes on. But I want to tell you about a hero of mine who was not a Zionist. He was Jewish, but he was a socialist. His name was Mariek Edelman. I want you to repeat that name and remember it for the rest of your life. Mariek Edelman.
Mariek Edelman!
Mariek Edelman!
Mariek Edelman!
Does anybody know who he was? I'll tell you now. In 1942, the Nazis rounded up all the Jewish people in Poland and put them in a ghetto in Warsaw. They built a wall around this ghetto. They put barbed wire around this ghetto. They starved this ghetto. They refused medical supplies for this ghetto. And in the end, they invaded the ghetto with tanks and bombs and planes. Does that sound familiar? Yes. There were people who collaborated with this, and there was a small group of people who resisted this, and they fought back. And the leader of the Jewish fighting organization was Mariek Edelman. What was his name?
Mariek Edelman!
In 2002, he wrote a letter to the Palestinian people, and although critical of some of the tactics being used, include suicide bombing, he said this: to the fighters of the Palestinian resistance, to the fighters of the Palestinian COP, I salute you. He passed the fire, he passed the torch of the resistance against racism and fascism from the Warsaw Ghetto to the people in Gaza. Now I stand with him, and I stand with other people who are against apartheid. And this is the last thing I want to say today. We are part of a global movement. These marches and these rallies are getting larger week by week. This week, it is your duty to bring the truth about this rally back to your workplace, back to your college, and bring 5 people with you. Because I did. My play centre is here from Mount Albert. Give them a cheer. My Union College from my workplace, they're here. Give them a cheer. And we need to, one thing that Israel hates most is when they start seeing tens of thousands of people on the streets of Paris, on the streets of London, on the streets of Chicago, and by on the streets of Cairo, because the Arab street is getting angry, and we know that the dictators and the bullies in the region who are oppressing people in Egypt, who are oppressing people in the region, they are America and Israel's friends. This anger will lead to more demonstrations of the size that Israel has never seen before. Onwards to